In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing Season 1 of Reacher. Now, Season 1 of Reacher tells the story of Jack Reacher, a drifter and a former military policeman who comes into the town of Hargrave, Georgia to investigate something and just gets caught up anywhere and everything. The character is 6'5" and almost 200 plus pounds. He is a towering character. Now, not only that, the character and the actor of Alan Ritchson plays this role perfectly. When this trailer came out and it was said that this would be turned into a series, it was perfect because the character of Jack Reacher is 6'5". So the height was great, the mannerisms are great. Alan Ritchson is amazing as this character. He gets into a lot of fights in this, but he's just so towering that when you see him on screen, you can see the other characters that are afraid of him. Now, Lee Child, who is the author of the Jack Reacher book series, there are 27 books in total, and of course, if you know Jack Reacher, you know that there were 2 of those books were made into movies that starred Tom Cruise. People didn't like those movies because Tom Cruise was not the height, but this character, Alan Ritchson, is. Now, this first season is based off of the 1997 debut novel Killing Floor, and a second season has been ordered of Reacher. This is 8 episodes between 45 minutes to an hour long. It's just really good, and a lot of stuff is happening. He's trying to uncover what happened to his brother, Joe. I don't want to go into detail what happened in this first season, but you have to watch it to understand where it went. The action is great, and not only that, the characters of Finley, Roscoe, and all his friends, or so-called friends that he has, is really good, but there is always someone there to put him in his place in a way, and that's the character of Roscoe. Not only that, I feel like the only underlining factor in this entire season 1 were the villains. The villains just felt like they were rushed. They really didn't feel like they served the purpose to the character of Jack Reacher, but the character of Jack Reacher had a purpose to going after these guys, and there was a reason that his brother Joe was involved with something happening. And I mean, his brother Joe was part of the Secret Service looking into something, and somehow Jack Reacher got involved. We see the human side, we see the toughness side of Jack Reacher as he helps dogs and pets, children, and it's just interesting. I mean, this show premiered February 4th, 2022 on Amazon Prime Video. It's the first season. All episodes are out now. You can binge watch it. It's great. Each episode was directed by different directors and written by different writers. I do want to say I'm hoping that in season 2 we get one of the episodes that is written and directed by Lee Child, because Lee Child is the mastermind behind this. I mean, with Lee Child, he does have a cameo appearance in the final episode as a diner guest, so don't miss that. I mean, this is a crime thriller, which is really good, and it's just so badass seeing the character of Jack Reacher on a show like this, because they got the height perfect, the mannerisms down. The actor of Alan Ritchson, I want to see more from him in this show. I'm curious to see what novel they pick next for the second season. It could be any one of the 27 books that Lee Child has wrote, and people get confused with Lee Child and Jack Reacher, or Tom Clancy and Jack Ryan. Two totally different characters, different mindsets of how they work and what they do. Reacher is its own thing, and it's fantastic. If you haven't seen Reacher, you are really, really missing out. I love the South feel to it, of how he's just a drifter and a loner, and everybody's afraid of him because he comes into this town and violence starts happening. When he wasn't there, little things. It's great because it's interesting because he does have a past as well. Reacher has a past, but he keeps to himself. And you see that he keeps to himself. The cinematography aspect was great. The setting of the South was its own character as well. And you could tell that racism was really big in this series, with the character of Finley coming down from Boston, Massachusetts, down to Margrave to run this police station for a so-called reason. There are brutal, brutal kills in this, not by Jack Reacher, but by the bad guys and the villains that are in this, trying to protect something that they don't want leaking out. And of course, there are certain actors in here that you see who always play bad guys, then they're the bad guys. It's pretty interesting. Episodes 1 through 5, I want to say, were just, setting the stone and putting the, story in place about what's going on. 6, 7, and 8 really picked it up, and, it really closed out everything really well. I don't think nothing was missed or skipped, because it was a good story that actually, came together in the end. The character of Reacher is great. We finally got that character that we wanted, and even Lee Child praised the, perfectness of this character that is in this TV series, because we all know the Tom Cruise movies. Those movies were, Tom Cruise wanted to start his own franchise again with the Jack Reacher movies. That didn't work. They didn't do good at the box office, and they just put it aside. Okay, what can you do next? Make a third movie? No, you do a TV series like this, which was really perfect. When I did a reaction to the official trailer for this TV series, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box below, you can see how the comments in that video and how I express my admiration for the creators of this series developed, which was by Nick Santora, was really spot on with the height, the acting, and the overall military experience that the character of Jack Reacher has. If you've never read the books by Lee Child, do so. The books are great. Some might find it slow going, but this is what this series and these books are about. It's perfect. I loved it. I'm curious to see what happens in season 2, because season 2 has been ordered by Amazon Prime Video, and it's going to be interesting. It's a detective, it's action, it's thriller, it's a crime. Everything comes into one, and it's really fun to watch. For me, season 1 of Reacher gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about season 1 of Reacher. If you've seen it, did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Did you like them using the debut novel Killing Floor? And what other novels or books would you like to see season 2 partake or be a part of? And what did you think of Alan Ritchson as the character of Jack Reacher? Did you think they got the casting down perfectly? And do you like how he portrayed his role as the character of Jack Reacher? And what characters did you like? What characters didn't you like? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked. And also let me know what rating you would give Reacher. And remember, Reacher is streaming on Amazon Prime Video, all 8 episodes. Be sure you check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next review video.